What's going on, guys? It's Jackstown here, and welcome back to another video. So the NFL Divisional Playoffs kick off tomorrow. We got 4 great games, so I was thinking, why not just dive a little bit into each game and give you my honest opinion on who's going to win each one. Now, my playoff bracket's a little bit busted. If you guys remember last week, I posted a video about who I thought was going to go all the way and win it, and I said the Saints were going to get to the Super Bowl and represent the NFC, and they lost already, but that's okay. But we're just going to dive into who's going to win each divisional playoff game. Let's do it. So the first game to kick off the weekend is going to be 49ers and Vikings, which kicks off tomorrow at 1:35 Pacific. And I kind of went back and forth many times about this game because I think if in terms of who has had the better season, the 49ers have clearly had the better season, the best team in the NFC, but the Vikings are also feeling really good about themselves. They're really hot. They have all that momentum from shocking everyone and winning in New Orleans. So I think this game is all going to come down to who runs the ball better, because the Vikings are very reliant on Dalvin Cook. If he can have a good game and kind of tear up the 49ers defense, then that should open the field for Kirk Cousins. And actually, the 49ers defense is a little bit worse against the run than a lot of people realize. They're actually 17th against the run in terms of total yards per game rushing allowed, but they're 4th in total defense because they have the best pass defense. But I think the Vikings are going to be running the ball many times. They're going to give Dalvin Cook probably at least 20 carries. And I think if he can run very well and they can stay in front, they have a really good shot. Now, the 49ers can kill you in many ways. They have probably the best tight end in the NFL in George Kittle. And Jimmy Garoppolo has had a better season than Kirk Cousins, in my opinion. Now, this is going to be a really close game, and I've gone back and forth, but I just think that the Vikings are very hot. I think the 49ers are a little inexperienced, so I'm going to have to go with the 49ers losing to the Vikings, and I think the Vikings established the run early, and I think they win a really close game, let's say 24-21. But it's going to be a close game, and they're going to move on to the NFC Championship game. Okay, so the second and final game on Saturday is going to be the Ravens versus the Titans, the 1 versus 6 matchup in the AFC. Now, the Titans, like the Vikings, are coming off a huge road win and a pretty decent-sized upset against the New England Patriots. They pretty much ended the Patriots dynasty, so they have to be feeling really good about themselves right now. And the Ravens are they've just destroyed the NFL. Lamar Jackson is the clear and obvious MVP, no questions asked. He's had an amazing, legendary season that we will not forget anytime soon. So, and again, the Ravens are heavy favorites. They're the 1 seed at home, and I just think the Titans' defense isn't good enough to really stop what the Ravens can do, especially on the ground. Lamar Jackson's going to run wild. Mark Ingram's going to play, and I think he's pretty healthy. I don't think he's 100%, but he's definitely playing. And they have all their pieces. They have the most Pro Bowlers. Their roster's so talented. But the Titans do have the advantage in the run game because Derrick Henry is looking like the best running back in the league, or one of them, and he's definitely the best running back left in these playoffs. So I went a little back and forth about this one. I thought about it. I think it's going to be a lot closer than people think. I think the Titans are going to win against the spread. I think the Ravens are projected to win by, 9.5, or over-unders 9.5 for them to win. So I think it's going to be closer than that, but I still think the Ravens pull it out because they're more dynamic and they have the home field advantage, even though they've been off for 2 full weeks, so they haven't played in 3 weeks once the game kicks off tomorrow. But I think the Ravens are just a little too dynamic, and they're going to win, let's say, 31-24. Okay, so the first game on Sunday is going to be the Texans versus the Chiefs in Arrowhead in Kansas City. And this is a game that is going to be an absolute offensive clinic. I think it's going to be a shootout. I think it's going to be super exciting, and I think it's probably the best quarterback matchup in these divisional playoffs, with Deshaun Watson going against Patrick Mahomes. And I think even though the Chiefs' defense has improved, I think the Texans are still going to do a lot offensively, and same with the Chiefs and then some. I think the Chiefs are just going to blow up the Texans' secondary because their secondary has really struggled this year. It's definitely going to be a shootout, a lot of yards. It's going to be exciting, a lot of big plays. But I think the Chiefs pull it out because Deshaun Watson's not used to winning games on the road in cold weather because the Texans play it indoors, and it's not really cold in Houston, even if it were outdoors. So I think that the Chiefs, with their improved defense, their home field advantage, and Patrick Mahomes being just a little bit better in big play situations than Deshaun Watson, I think they pull it out in a somewhat close game. I think they win 35-24, and the Texans season ends in the divisional round. Chiefs move on to the AFC Championship game. Okay, and for the fourth and final game, and possibly the best one, I think the Packers and Seahawks is going to be the best game of the weekend. I just think that it's just such a good matchup between veteran quarterbacks who I still think have a lot left to prove. Both of them have won a Super Bowl, but both of them want to top each other and kind of prove who's better. And it's going to be cold. It's going to be in Lambeau. I think the weather is on the Green Bay side. They're more used to playing in this climate. I think they have the advantage in the running game and the defense. So a lot of advantages towards Green Bay, but I think that Seattle has the advantage with the quarterback. I think Russell Wilson is better right now than Aaron Rodgers, who's declining a little bit, but still does have a lot of abilities and a lot left in the tank. So, but I think ultimately it's going to come down to quarterback play. And this is because the secondaries of both teams are worse than the rushing defenses. So in other words, both these teams are better at stopping the run than stopping the pass. So I really think it's going to come down to which quarterback can make the bigger plays in the bigger moments. And I think it's going to be a really close, really exciting, down-to-the-wire game. But I think Russell Wilson and Pete Carroll's experience is going to be good enough to win this game in Lambeau Field. I think the Seahawks win a really close game, a really exciting game. I'm going to say the Seahawks win 28-24 in Lambeau, and they become the first 5 seed to have a home field advantage in the NFC Championship game because they'll be playing the 6 seed Vikings. All right, guys, this is going to be the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. And again, this is just my opinion. I think that all these games are going to be really close. They could go either way. So don't hate on the video if you disagree. It's okay. We're all human. We have different opinions. So, yeah. So basically, it's just my opinion. But then again, I'm just looking forward to a great weekend of football. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more great videos in the future. I would really appreciate and love all your support. Thanks again, guys. Have a great day. Take care.